that's been one of the great parts of the trip is I've figured out the nuances of where I want to fall in the space more than just like tech at a macro level.
One of the things I really liked was the culture of risk-taking that we saw in a lot of the recent graduates, people that worked here, the companies themselves, of not feeling that pressure to go for one of those more prototypical jobs out of business school.
I think I'm realizing that I'm more interested in consumer-facing technology as opposed to an enterprise or B2B. I think just being at the companies and just kind of hearing what they had to say and just kind of picturing what my day-to-day life would be like at these companies and what I specifically would be working on.
You get a chance to ask the people firsthand what they're working on, what they're excited about, and what they think the future of their respective technologies are. So, really exciting trip.
My organization is very much focused on business problems, so I need people who are very passionate about business problems, whether it's how do we help the company scale its recruiting capability, how do we help the company scale the effectiveness of the sales force. These are business problems, and I want people who are passionate about that, so I look for that.
So I did not have a tech background before coming to Box, and I felt at times that when I was going through the recruiting process that it was really hard, right? It's really hard to make that pitch. But one of the things that I learned pretty early on was it's not necessarily about me, or those first conversations are not about me, and the interview is not always about me. It's about figuring out as much as you can about that company and what their space and tech needs, right? What their market looks like, what does their competitive strategy actually mean, and then where can I, as somebody who is a problem solver, an analytical thinker, a strategic mind, right? All those things that my MBA gives to me, how can I plug into their most important priorities? And so I really advise MBAs to think about and unearth what the priorities of the company are and then figure out how they can leverage their skill set in order to add value.
You know, I have a Windows phone, I have an Android phone, and I have an iPad, I have you need to have them all, and you need to use them, and you need to know kind of what makes these things tick. You need to get, why is this better, why is this different, who does this appeal to? Because every tech interview, I don't care what company you go to, they're gonna ask you an opinion about either their product or a competitor product and how they should think about the market for that, or how they should think about pricing for that, or for whatever. You should be able to think about that in an intelligent way, and frankly, if you haven't used the products and you haven't thought as a consumer or you haven't thought as a developer, you just can't have those intelligent conversations.
I think the most important thing is being clear about what you want out of that next career phrase. Like, do you want like a certain functional growth? Do you want to experiment and use this as that moment to find out what really makes me tick? What do I enjoy doing? And then pick the work environment and the team that really fits that. If you're looking for mentorship in a functional area, you should pick a company with a mentor for you, not where you are, the only one. If you're looking to experiment with a bunch of things, then maybe you do want to be the only one so that you can own all of that. I think there are trade-offs, but the biggest factor I've seen affecting people is being able to sit down and say, okay, this is what I want, and being realistic that you can't have everything out of any one role.
There's a lot of success right now because the Valley has learned how to do that. But to be effective, we need the best and the brightest, and and Columbia has the best and the brightest. So if my plea would be definitely take it.